Imagine being that kid left out, not because you didn't want to go, but because your mom simply couldn't afford it. In a bustling school hallway filled with laughter and color, Noah runs home with joy bursting from his chest. In his hands, his golden ticket, a permission slip for the zoo trip his classmates can't stop talking about. He bursts through the apartment door, eyes shining. But at the kitchen table, Mary looks up from a sea of unpaid bills. Her face falls. The weight of reality crushes the moment. Her voice trembles. "We can't afford it, sweetheart." The slip drifts from Noah's hands to the floor. His smile fades into silence. Dreams stolen again. Not by choice, but by poverty's unrelenting grip. The next day, the playground echoes with giggles. Backpacks swing, sneakers scuff against the pavement, and Noah hears them. Their chatter about snacks, bus rides, inside jokes. One voice cuts sharper than the rest. "You're not coming? Too bad, poor kid." Noah forces a grin, heart sinking as laughter swirls around him. Alone, he drifts to the swing set. The chain creaks in rhythm with his quiet ache, mirroring the size of his mother at home. Childhood joy replaced with isolation. At a small diner, Mary wipes tables under buzzing neon. Plates clatter, but all she hears is Noah's silence when she crushed his dream. Every tired mother in her shoes knows this wound, the guilt of not being enough. The guilt of saying no to a child's joy. Later that night, she crunches numbers at the kitchen table, cutting away even coffee and comfort. But the math mocks her. The zoo fee glows like an impossible wall. Morning light streaks through cracked blinds as Mary stands before her boss. Her voice barely holds steady. "Please, any extra hours? For my boys' trip." But his head shakes. No room. No mercy. The rejection lands heavy, like another locked door in a hallway of dead ends. Back at her station, she forces a smile for strangers. Then, a flyer catches her eye. Side gigs. A flicker of hope. Or another false promise. At home, Mary scrolls frantically through her old phone. Dog walking, deliveries, tutoring, she applies to all. Rejections flood back. Requires car. Requires hours you don't have. Requires fees you can't pay. Her chest tightens. The walls close in. No one notices, peeking around the corner. His voice is soft. "It's okay, Mom." But it's not. His attempt to comfort fuels her resolve and deepens the sting. A mother's worst pain is knowing her child accepts less, just to protect her. A lead appears. Nannying. Watching a toddler, afternoons only. She masks her exhaustion, nails the interview, and feels just maybe luck is shifting. But on the first day, hours stretch longer than promised. The baby cries endlessly. By the time she races home, dinner is cold. She's the caregiver for someone else's child, while her own waits alone. A cruel irony countless working mothers know too well. Days blur mornings at the diner, afternoons nannying. Sleep dwindles, meals burn, laundry piles. Noah, still a child, scrubs dishes with small hands. His words ache. "I can help more, Mom." But the world doesn't pause for children of single mothers. The load bends his back too soon. One evening, her diner shift overruns, late again. The nanny employer's voice is stern. "One more mistake and you're done." A fragile balance teeters on collapse. At school, Noah doodles the zoo he'll never see. Bright drawings on gray paper. He hides tears in the bathroom, cold tiles reflecting his loneliness. Back home, he waits longer, shadows growing on the walls. He stumbles upon her nanny paycheck stub. The number is small, but the weight of it? Huge. His throat tightens. In silence, he decides he won't complain again. He'll carry his own ache to spare her more. Late night. Bills on the table, Mary slumps onto the couch. Her chest heaves. A sob breaks free. "I can't do this anymore." Every mother on the brink knows this moment, the edge of collapse, when strength finally cracks. But under the door slides a paper. Noah's drawing, a shoe, and in bold letters, "Best mom ever." Her tears shift. Exhaustion doesn't vanish, but love lights a flame. His belief in her becomes her lifeline. Hope rebuilds slowly. A jar fills with coins and crumpled bills. Every tip, every spare penny. She dares to dream again. Then, another envelope. A utility hike. Half her savings, gone. She grips the bill with shaking hands, staring at the jar through tears. Behind her, Noah brings his piggy bank. His small hands extend it forward, eyes shining with innocence. The pennies clink inside like tiny echoes of love. Word spreads quietly. A neighbor, Angela, knocks gently, arms full of groceries. A knowing smile softens Mary's exhaustion. Ask the school. There may be help. Mary tries. Papers, signatures, endless waiting. Bureaucracy moves slower than hunger, slower than bills. But she isn't alone anymore. For the first time, she feels the faint thread of community. Mothers helping mothers. Still, the approval remains uncertain. The weight gnaws at her spirit. Refusing defeat, Mary begs for longer hours, nights now. Her body screams, but she doesn't stop. Paychecks drip slowly into the jar. Meanwhile, Noah tucks himself in, whispering goodnight to a photo of her. His resilience mirrors hers. If Mary's fight feels familiar, let her courage remind you you're not alone. Like, subscribe, and stand with single mothers everywhere. Finally, the jar brims full. Mary walks into the school office, hands trembling as she lays down the cash. The administrator nods. Relief floods her body. She won. Against every obstacle, she won. The receipt hides in her pocket like treasure, her heart racing at the thought of Noah's joy. But exhaustion carves deeper lines on her face. Victory comes at a cost. That night, she forces a smile, curling up beside Noah with the storybook. Her voice cracks on the words, but she keeps reading. He hugs her, whispering, "You look tired, Mom." She brushes it off. Inside, her body burns with fever, but she hides it. For him, for tomorrow. The last hurdle before the reveal. Morning light spills golden through the blinds. Mary kneels by Noah's bed, gently shaking him awake. In her hand, the permission slip, signed, approved. "Noah," she whispers, smiling through tears, "you're going on the trip." For a second, disbelief. Then his eyes widen, bursting with joy. He leaps into her arms, laughter ringing through their tiny apartment. The exclusion, the pain, the endless battles, all vanish. What remains is love. Fierce, unbreakable, triumphant love.